Yeah, so we have one more question from the topic complex numbers. We are given the complex number z equal to x plus I y, where x and y, as we always say, x and y belong to the set of real numbers. X is real, y is real. Now we are asked to find in terms of x and y. We are asked to find in terms of x and y the real and imaginary parts of z minus 3I z star. Okay. Now we know from our previous understanding of, from our prior knowledge of complex numbers, that z star is the conjugate of z. Z star, z star is the conjugate of z. Now z we know is x plus iy. Z is x plus I times y. So z star therefore, z star is the conjugate of z. So z star will be x minus iy. Correct? Now we have to find the real and imaginary parts of z star in terms of, we have to find the real and imaginary parts of z minus 3i z star. Okay? We need z minus 3i z star. So z minus 3i z star. This is what we have to determine, we have to simplify. Okay, so let us say, now z we know is x plus iy, x plus iy minus 3i z star, minus 3i z star, x minus xy, minus iy, I beg your pardon. So z minus 3i z star is x plus iy, which is z, minus 3i times x minus iy. Now we will do a bit of, we will open the brackets first and then we will do a bit of simplification. So x plus iy minus 3ix plus 3i square y. Correct? Now recognize this is 3i square. Now what is I? I is root of minus 1. I is root of minus 1. Correct? So I square is minus 1. Alright. So recognize that this is real. 3i square is a real part. So x plus iy, x plus iy minus 3ix. Now 3i square y. 3i square y becomes minus 3y. So minus 3y. Correct. So now we will combine the like terms. So that becomes we first combine the real terms. So x minus 3y, and then the imaginary terms, which is iy plus iy and minus 3ix. So plus I into y minus 3x. So this is my z minus 3i z star. Correct? So my z minus 3i z star is x plus x minus 3y, I beg your pardon, plus I into y minus 3x. So therefore, you will see that the real part, so the real part of z minus z star, so the real part of z minus 3i z star is x minus 3y, and the imaginary part, I will write IM for imaginary. Okay, I will write IM for imaginary and RE for real is acceptable. Okay, RE for real and IM for imaginary. So imaginary part of imaginary part of z minus 3i z star is y minus 3x. Okay, I into y minus 3x. I into y minus 3x. Correct? That is it. Okay. A bit of notation here I want to tell you. A bit of notation, which is useful in writing. We want to find, suppose I say Z1. Z1 is Z minus 3i Z star. Just a bit of notation. So real part of Z1. Real part of Z1. Real part of Z1. We write it as real part of Z1. Okay, which is x minus 3y. Imaginary part of Z1 is imaginary part of, I can write like this. It is I times y minus 3x. Correct? So we found the real and imaginary parts of z minus 3i z star. Alright, so thank you.